Alright, things are starting to heat up, it would seem, in regards to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlett news. For months now, we've heard multiple rumors in regards to both of these consoles, yet we honestly haven't had that much concrete information in regards to the CPU of the systems along with the GPU. We know about the SSD hard drives, we know about backwards compatibility, and a bunch of other juicy details. We even have launch games aimed for the console, games like Halo Infinite and other third-party games that will take advantage of the consoles. The new Assassin's Creed being one of those games that will take advantage of the new consoles if rumors are served right. All of this is great and builds up hype, and honestly, it's good for all gamers to see what both companies are trying to accomplish. But the reality of everything is that we are still 12 months out from seeing these consoles on store shelves. This means that a lot of things are still changing and nothing's final. Not to mention this is the time period where both companies are keeping everything about their consoles extremely secret. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. How Xbox isn't going to show their console so Sony can adjust anything at the last minute. And I'm not just making this video out on a whim. No, I'm making this video because of Tom Warren and also former Xbox executives talking on Twitter. They basically quieted down a lot of the chatter surrounding the Xbox dev kit, but also talked about the PS5 dev kit that seems to be out in the wild. So let's dive into this chatter and discuss the consoles we're all excited to see next year. But before we do that, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's get into this crazy interactions between Tom Warren and pretty much everyone else on Twitter. If you don't know, Tom Warren is the senior editor at Verge, so this guy has a lot of contacts and is in the know. And he came on Twitter basically revealing a lot of cool tidbits about the next generation consoles, especially in regards to the Xbox Scarlett and their preparations for the next generations. This is what he first posted about the PS5 and what the dev kits for the console look like. Yes, this is the PlayStation 5 dev kit. The reason it's large and V-shaped is to make them more easily stackable for devs who are running multiple stress tests. The cooling is optimized to push air out of the sides and center. As you can see here, the dev kits look extremely similar to the leaked dev kit pictures we saw months ago. So it's obvious those pictures were very real, but I like how he goes into detail about the design of the dev kit and how it's made and designed for the developers. So don't expect to see this box design come to stores when you buy a console next year. I say that because I've seen a lot of people making fun of the design, and while it does look funny, it really doesn't matter what it looks like because it's for the developers, not the consumers. And while this information about the console is awesome, there was still a lot of information talking about the PS5 dev kit is being more powerful than the Xbox Scarlett dev kit, and how the PS5 is going to be more powerful than the next Xbox console. Now, of course, all those rumors were taken with a huge grain of salt, especially since nothing official has come out by any developer to back those statements up. Until Tom Warren came out and shut all of those rumors down and also helped clear the air in regards to all of the console warring that was going on. Here's what he said about the Xbox Scarlett dev kit. Hardly anyone has them, and they're nowhere near final. That's why you're hearing a lot of nonsense about them not being powerful, etc. Microsoft wants to surprise Sony this time. Wow. Talk about shutting every single rumor up in a single tweet. I love this because it does cool the jets on a lot of the bashing that was running rampant between the two consoles. But more importantly, it shows that Xbox isn't letting Sony walk away in the console race like most people say they have. Instead, Xbox seems ready to compete with Sony, and they're doing it behind the scenes. They don't have to come out and showboat all of this stuff and flash all their specs to everyone while Sony keeps quiet and says nothing. Instead, they're keeping everything internal and letting only the people that need to know what the console is all about. Xbox sounds like a company that isn't ready to lay down next generation, and for Tom Warren, a respected person around the industry, to even say that really does make this a much bigger deal. Because people like Tom Warren just don't talk nonsense for no reason. That would be bad for their reputation. Instead, he surveys the industry and sees what everyone from every company is doing and reports on it. And what he sees is Xbox taking the next generation consoles far more serious than they did the Xbox One generation. You know, the generation that almost killed the Xbox brand, the generation that gave Sony a massive lead in the industry. It's great that Xbox is learning from their mistakes, and they aim to fix all of those this generation and next generation. But that's not all that happened. Even Mike Ybarra, who is a former high-level Xbox employee, came out and got in on the conversation. He replied to Tom Warren when they brought up the Xbox dev kits again. This is what was said. Tom Warren said, "The XDK isn't even close to being locked." Mike Ybarra responded with, "Watching these threads are a good laugh." Tom Warren responds with, "People think everything is set in stone 12 months prior to release." Now, this is one of the most savage things I've seen in a very long time, because a lot of people have been showboating and talking about the dev kits, and a lot of them are talking about the Xbox being weaker than the PS5 and the PS5 being more powerful. Even people talking about Xbox being more powerful and the PS5 being weaker. After all of the speculation and everyone shouting from the rooftops, the fact is that no one truly knows what's happening. And that's exactly how these companies want it, especially Xbox, who has been on the wrong end of the media for this entire generation, minus the last year or so where they finally started to show their unwavering commitment to the Xbox console and gaming in general. But for a very long time, people have criticized Microsoft with the way they launched the console and gave Sony an easy path to the console gaming crown. Not to mention their lack of investment with first-party developers and also having a weaker console at the beginning of this generation. Well, this time around, I have a feeling Xbox isn't aiming to come in second with power, and it isn't aiming to come in second in any category when it comes to the gaming as a platform. Microsoft wants Xbox to be the best place to play your games, and that includes console, cloud, and of course PC. No matter where you are, the Xbox platform will always be at your fingertips. And the best way to accomplish this goal is to not give the competition any hints about your plans, but also not give them any type of advantage on the hardware side. And that's what I love about this whole interaction with all of these top level executives. They aren't just talking about power and the console dev kits. Instead, it is more about strategy and what Xbox is trying to accomplish. And like I've been saying for a little while now, this next generation isn't going to be very easy for Sony to win. Xbox isn't going to let Sony just run away with the console market, and if you haven't been paying attention, we already knew that for over a year now. With all the new first-party studios, the new Xbox One X console, and all the investment in gaming really has put Xbox back in the gaming market, and that's exactly where they'll be next year when the new consoles launch. They'll be right in the front lines, vying for every gamer's dollar, just like Sony will be doing. Only this time around, Xbox has a very solid foundation and aren't afraid to put a lot more effort into their gaming platform. They aren't taking any half measures, and they aren't giving anything up to the competition. I can't wait to see what both Sony and Xbox bring next generation, because this time around the competition is going to be far better between the two. But enough about what I think. Tell me what you think about all this. Do you think Tom Warren was right in his statements? Do you think Xbox has something planned for next generation? Are you happy that Xbox is keeping everything quiet? Which console do you think will be more powerful? Is Xbox taking next generation far more serious? Are you more comfortable with Xbox as a platform going into the new consoles? Go down below and let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. And also follow me on Mixer. I recently started streaming on Mixer because I find the community much more engaging and fun. So if you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. The link will be in the description, and I hope to see you guys there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.